because I have a very important engagement with Revap Global City. But however, a bit as it may, I've been listening to Chris Kalim about the examination, no? Pero let me tell you that, teka muna, greetings muna to Global City President Sheila, and of course
Sir EG.
to Gert Valiete and to Professor Agaton. Nako, one of my best professors in Lyceum of Alabang.
Yes,
And
Dean.
of course to the PP Montalban, no? Yan ang mga ako natin. Tsaka dito pala si Chairman Naire and si President Bless, yeah. Daisy, no? Andito pala sila. And I heard you mention Beliciarte, si Daphne, and attorney Ray Cartojano is here. Thank you. Hello, everybody. You know, it's so nice to meet an old friend, Cesar Santos. Now I am convinced that after all, the seed that I planted in 2010 has gained fruits already. Because now we have over 32,000 licensed real estate brokers already. And we have over 11,000 appraisers and about more than 650 consultants. As you all know, only one passed the consultancy examination last December, isn't it? Hindi pala December, itong bago lang, no? But be it as it may, you talk about licensure examinations, you talk about PRC examinations, and Chris Kalim took the examination in 2011. I'm sure she was a victim of the killer subject during the 2011 examination, and that was ecology. Very few people know that ecology is part of real estate. Kaya hindi sila nag-review, and even in our literature, in the license, in the examination given by the DTI, very limited information mentioned about ecology. But during my time, when I was appointed as the first chairman of the Professional Regulatory Board of Real Estate Service in 2010, we tried to review all of the subjects that were supposed to be included in the examination, and which was inscribed and written in RA 9646. And it was so. Ecology is prominently mentioned. So we thought it wise, the examiners and the regulators of RESA, to do it accordingly. You know, personally, myself, President, I have contributed about 5,000, a little over 5,000 questions in the data bank of PRC. But I discovered that some of the questions that I contributed during my time were still there. I served PRC for almost 8 years. But I was only supposed to serve for 6 years, no, as mentioned in RESA law. But the 2 years of which was on a holdover capacity because President Duterte has not approved my replacement. So when my replacement came out and signed by the President of the Philippines, I retired from PRC. But from the point of view of the examiner or the regulator, we see to it that all our questions are really necessary or perhaps crafted by each and every members of the board. We are 5 in the board. Rather, we were 5 in the board. And each one of them were required to submit 2,000, 2,500 questions. But all in all, me as chairman of the Board of Real Estate Service, I contributed about more than 5,000 questions in the data bank. And Chris Lim was correct that it's really a matter of retention, no? It's not how you are, how intelligent you are, but how hard you study and how hard you're able to retain what's supposed to be in your mind. And I can feel the pressure of the examinees on Sunday. But don't be, don't be pressured. Madali lang yan. And the examinations are, we were the very first one to know the examinations, because during my time, in order to prevent, in order to secure and to preserve the sanctity of the questions, we were all the members of the board were incarcerated in what we call a confidential room or a cell inside the PRC compound, that we were locked there, guarded by the NBI and the police, so that we could not leak questions, we could not provide questions to the outside world, and we were only released at 5 o'clock in the afternoon after examination is over. Well, all in all, my tenure of almost 8 years in the board was rewarding, although it was not so monetary compensating. However, it was psychologically and really rewarding, because you know that you have helped people become practitioners, and those who have been under my watch. I know some of you took the examination under my watch, because we started giving examinations in 2011. And mahirap talaga in 2011, because in 2011 that was really tough, because that was also the first time that the board gives examination. Oh, well, 2010 we were appointed, but it took RESA 20 years to become a law. It died a natural death every time, although it was filed in 1989. But there's the first bill professionalizing RESA was filed, professionalizing the profession. The real estate practice was filed in Congress in 1989, but it took 20 years before it was approved. And so, but again, on June 29, 2009, it was approved. However, we were not appointed yet. The first board of real estate service was appointed in March of 2010. But in March of 2010, you know that 2010 was an election year, and we were not able to function. So it was then we were appointed by President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. But it was President Noynoy Aquino who reconfirmed our appointment. And so that was the time that the RESA began operational. And we hurriedly did the implementing rules and regulation in consultation with the academe, with CHED, with the stakeholders, with the association, and so on. And the IRR was approved in July of 2010. And then professionalization began. The CPD Council, where I was also the first chairman of the CPD Council, was instituted in the same year. And I have not regretted approving service providers who are non-associations, no? Because in the law, it clearly states that you can approve, you can have as many organizations or service providers as you can. So then we started processing and approving the applications of private regulators other than the associations itself. Well, and I'm so happy that I saw Dr. Mary Gao, who has been a stalwart of the real estate practice. And so some of my colleagues, Cesar Santos, we were together. I think Cesar Santos was older than me. But I think we were together. We were DTI Days pa at that time, together with Attorney Palacio, Vic Orpiano and the like, and also June Dulalia and so on. And the late Doming De Vera and also Pete Tario, puro matatanda na, parang ako na lang ata ang medyo okay, and Cesar Santos. But anyway, be it as it may, I am here to greet and to congratulate Rebap Global City and the entire Rebap family for spearheading this free, libre to, no? This free
Yes, sir.
webinar on tips and tricks for passing the licensure examinations that will be held next week on Sunday. And sana I have some more time, no? But
Next time, sir. Next time po.
but I wish all of you good luck and Godspeed. And I think it's easy, madali naman yan. Let me just tell you a story, no? Alam mo, pinagtatawan na namin yan sa amin, mga regulators, no? Mga examiners. And this we tried to validate. Who did the examination? We inputted the questions. However, it is the computer, no?
Yes.
Put it in the data bank. But it is the computer that segregates and collect the 400 questions. Hindi namin alam yon. And we will only learn the questions when we are already inside the confidential room. Nakatago kami sa confidential room. We were not allowed.
Sir, saan po ba kayo naka-confidential room? Parang nasa Moraita?
Moraita, PRC.
Okay. So hindi pinalalabas doon, sir. Nasa kwarto lang po kayo. Whole day.
Isang kwarto yon, kasama namin ang mga computer operators, kasama namin ang mga doon lalabas ng examination eh. And at that time, all of the questions came from us. Lalabas yon that time. Halimbawa, 8 o'clock ang examination mo, 7 o'clock, kukolektahin yon doon sa aming confidential room. Dahil doon ang printing, andun lahat ang tawag dito. Meron kami staff doon. Siguro nasa mga 10 kami. 5 ang board, 5 yung nag-ooperate, tsaka may mga nung araw kasi kung pa yun photocopier, ano? Kaya merong umaandar yon. At nagpo-produce kami ng mga 3,000 copies. Nung araw at that time, 4,000, 5,000 copies, no? Maraming examinees nung araw eh. That's why we were able to license about 32,000 or more or less, no? Kaya ganoon. Kaya you can rest assured that all the questions were secured. Walang leakage, walang hindi na yung sinasabi, but sometimes, do you remember at one point in time there was a big scam on the nursing board licensure.
Bago po yung nangyari, sir.
And so we wanted to protect the sanctity of the examination. That's why we were put inside. So palagay ko naman now I can speak on the other side, no? Kasi si Krishka was telling about how to pass what are the tricks and what are the things that you should do in order to pass the licensure exam. Ako naman on my side, I can tell you as the first chairman of the PRB-RES or the Board of Election Service, I'm telling you the ordeal, the techniques that we hurdled during that time. Hindi kami talaga pwedeng lumabas kasi mabuti yung balance, no? Kami yun, I'll be speaking as the first chairman. Doon kami sa loob, hindi kami makakalabas. At saka yung even the correction of the grades, who will be the top 10, hindi din namin kinukuha yun. Computer ang nagagawa nun. We were just there to validate the examinations, the releases. Kaya nga, there were so many times yung mga kaibigan namin na sinecheck na namin lahat ng listahan ng mga pumasa, ay hindi pumasa. But kaya, see? And I think that was what Krish Kalim was telling about.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Maraming salamat po sa inyo, sir. Salamat po.
So maraming salamat sa inyo and I wish you all the luck, good luck. At saka may isa akong sa iyo, may isa muna ako kukwento
Yes,
bago.
sir.
You know, in 2016 examination, that was the last examination for
Yes.
for those who non-BSREM, no? Sabi nga ni Chris Cam, ngayon BSREM na. In 2016, there were about 6,000 plus who took the examination. Kasi last na 120 hours. Kasi during my time, there was no BSREM yet. So BSREM was approved by me in my capacity as chairman of the CHED Technical Panel for Real Estate. So we crafted the curriculum for BSREM. And BSREM started in 2012. So 2012, 4 years yan Di 2016. So 2016, meron ng first graduate. Ang sabi sa law, kung may first graduate na, hindi na pwedeng 120 hours. So what I did was in 2016, nagbigay pa rin ako ng 120 hours. That was the last. Susunod nun, BSREM na. Because the law says that it should be a requirement for passing the licensure exam, for taking the licensure examination. Ngayon, kaya sabi ko, right after I retired from PRC, I wanted to continue my advocacy. So ang nakita ko yung advocacy ko is yung continuing professional education. So I was invited by Lyceum of Alabang to be the Dean of the College of Real Estate Management. And I'm so happy, Professor Agaton was there, and the rest. And top-notcher yan one of our top-notchers at the time. And what I did was for those, kasi lahat ng kumukuha ng real estate, majority, are already professionals in their own rights. Right? They're already professionals in their own rights. Why are they going to take PSREM, which is supposed to be in my curriculum 4 years? Samantalang second course na yan So what I did was I innovated the curriculum so much so that I employed what we call the crediting of units taken in the first course. See? So in other words, kung ikaw graduate ka na ng accountancy o graduate ka na ng business, etc., ba't mo pa uulitin Gen Ed subjects? Ba't mo pa uulitin ibang mga subjects that are not related? Focus ka na doon sa professional subject, which is 39 units, and the other bridging subjects that are related. See? Kaya nga kami sa Lyceum of Alabang, nagpapagraduate kami in a matter of 1 year or 3 semesters or 2 semesters and 1 summer, or alam ni Professor Agaton yan. And
Yes, sir.
The most is, kung hindi ka naman aligned, it is 3 semesters and 1 summer. Kaya nga right now, ngayon, Prof, we are now almost 1,000 students enrolled in Lyceum of Alabang. But I am so happy that others are doing the same thing. Marami na rin. Like I think TCU is doing that.
Yes, sir.
Even University of Cebu and some other things. I'm so happy because I was the one who started it all. I innovated it. I tried to look at it, especially only for second course. Kaya po, yung mga gusto naming matulungan, and we don't intend to make money here. It's just an advocacy that we would like to do for the real estate service profession. You can call on us, and we probably try to help you. And I think Professor Agaton is also in the same line. Meron ka din nata sa PCU, mabuti yun. Madami tayo. We are helping each other. Ito po yung aking Lyceum of Alabang, Bachelor of Science in Real Estate Management. Kung may mga kaibigan pa kayo dyan na gusto namang maging licensed real estate broker, and now, kailangan talaga na ng BSREM, Blend Flex program, hybrid program ngayon, at ang CHED kasi inaalaw yung hybrid program. Pero nung araw, during the pandemic, online talaga lahat. Pero sana, if you have friends who still would like to take the licensure exam, please let us know. Si Professor Agaton and myself probably can help you in that particular thing. Okay?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Maraming
Thank you,
salamat.
Dean.
Thank you,
Thank
Dean.
you so much, Dean.
Okay, thank you.